Go ahead and select Excel Module 3 Textbook Project. Go ahead and start. And then the left-hand side is the reading for the instructions. The right hand is your start file, the right-hand side. And then, of course, enable the editing and immediately save it in a location where you save all your documents. Save as, browse, find your location. And the name of this one, make sure there's no parentheses 1, get rid of that if you have it. And this one is going to be underscore revenue, and then underscore in your last name. You have to be exact or you'll get marked wrong. So now we're going to select, and this should look familiar, we've worked with something with this assignment before, the JCL Talent, and we're going to select B3 all the way to E12. What's missing here are totals of each of the quarterly columns. They're missing right now. Where we want them is placed over here for each of the quarters, for each of the locations. So to do it, at the bottom right hand corner of what you just selected is called that quick analysis. Go ahead and click that and then choose totals. There's two sum buttons. This one, if you notice the blue, it would put the totals at the bottom, but we already have something there, the target percent increase. But we want it on the gold, which would be on the right hand side. So if you chose sum, it would put it on the bottom, if that's where you wanted your totals to be. But we want them in that blank column F. So go ahead and choose the gold one, and it puts the totals on in column F for us. Next, we'll select H3, and we're going to type a formula in here. So always start your formulas with equals, and then we'll select F3, which is the revenue, and we're going to minus G3, the previous year. And then we'll divide by the previous year to find our percentage. And then we'll go ahead and do the check mark. Just make sure, I'm going to go back up into the formula bar, that you should have the parentheses included in so that you'll do the minus first. So F3 minus G3, so make sure you have parentheses, and then divide by G3, and then press enter. And we're going to fix this because it's a decimal figure instead of a percent. So just to go back to the formula, make sure it's equals, and in parentheses, because of that, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, we're following the math operations inside the parentheses first, and then so it'll subtract the year revenue from the previous year revenue, and then you'll divide by the previous year revenue. So do that first, and then we'll click the percent symbol in that cell, so it changes it to 75%. And then we actually want it 2 decimal places, so we'll choose increase decimal places, so you should have 75.41%, and then we'll drag that all the way down to H12. So go ahead and click in I3. And in I3, we're going to do a different type of function. This is a logical formula with the if function. So once you're in I3, click the tab that says formula, and we're going to choose the one that's called logical. And then you'll choose if. In the logical test, you're going to type H3 greater than, which is shift period, greater than B13. While you're still in that cell of the logical test after you typed in B13, or you actually click B13, what you'll do is press the F4 button, and that puts the $ in front of the B and the $ in front of the 13, so it'll always look at column B, row 13, so it'll always look at that cell, and then we'll press tab. So if the value is true, you're going to type MET, and it has it all capitalized. Then press tab. If it's false, type missed. So it's either met or missed. And you can see by the very first one, the target amount is 15%, and you can tell that that first one in H3 is way over 15%. It's 75%, so it's shows you as met. And then the very next one, of course, would be missed. So we'll go ahead and click OK. I didn't type the quotation marks. Excel, the logical test, did it for me. So I'll click OK. And then in that cell, if you go ahead and do your fill handle, it'll follow that test, and anything that's under 15% in column H should be missed. Anything over 15% will be met. So now we're going to work on another logical formula, but this time instead of the if function, we're going to use the and function. So click in L3 for your active cell. You should still be at the formulas tab, and we'll choose logical, but this time we'll select and, the very first one, and the logical test will be J3. So J3 is greater than, equals, so greater than or equal to K3. And then press tab. So that was your logical test. If J3 is greater than or equal to K3, the logical to box will be I3 equals, and I'm going to put the quotation met and close quotation. And then we'll click OK. And the first one wasn't met, so it's false. Go ahead and use your fill handle. And I think there should be only 2 trues that met the logical test. Great. All right, now click in B15. We want the average year revenue. So if you were to go, you could either go to the Home tab or stay right here because there's that auto sum. We don't want to add those, so if you click the down arrow, and let me just show you, this would be the same thing, clicking the down arrow here, which is the auto sum. But I'm going to do it because I was right in the formulas. The down arrow, and you have more options. The most frequently used one is sum, that's why it's first. And we will actually want to choose average. And then it doesn't know what range you actually want to select. So I'm going to reselect starting with F3, not even that column, F3 all the way to F12. And if you'll notice, it has it in that cell that we started in, B15 equals average F3 through F12. And then you can go ahead and do your check mark. So if you go up into the formula bar and you go to the right of the equal sign and you type RO, what that's going to do is round the answer for us and then check mark. So let me just go over that one again. To the right of the equal sign before the average, type capital RO, and you get a drop-down menu, double-click round, and then go to the end of it and type 0 and close parentheses, and it'll round for us. I think I better change my glasses. It should be comma 0 close parentheses. Phew, that took a while. Sorry about that. All right, click in B14 on the Formulas tab. Choose More Functions, select Statistical, and then choose Count A. Let me come down a little bit, Count A. So with the insertion point are selected in value 1, you want to type in A3 colon through A12. So that's the range that you're telling it to look up. A3 through A12, and then and we'll click OK. And it counted how many that were there, how many items, not the value, just how many there were. So it should be 10. Now we're going to select H3 to H12 and the Home tab. And then we'll select Format, Format Cells, and we'll choose Custom. And then in the category menu, we're going to select, we're going to click after the percent symbol, and we're going to type semicolon and bracket, red, close bracket. And that should be it. I had to get the magnifying glass, but that should be it. And then you'll choose OK. Good. And it showed anything that was that's in red. That was negative. Good. Now we'll select B3 all the way to G12. And then we also want B15. So if you hold Control, you can click B15. So you're selecting that one as well. So all of B3 through G12 and then B15. And then we'll choose that $ for the accounting format. And then we'll decrease the decimal place because we don't need them. They're all 00. So we'll decrease that. Now we'll click in A2. And we want to put in the date. So we're going to choose, there's actually a formula for the date. So if you click Formulas and choose Date and Time, and we'll select Today, it comes up as a function argument. And then we'll click OK. And it puts in today's date. If you open this next week, it'll have next week's date. And then we'll press Delete. And we'll choose Date and Time again. And then this time we'll click Date. And in here, in the year box, we'll type 2021, tab, and then we'll type for the month, we'll type 2, and then for the day, 24. And then OK. So it's February 24th, 2021, just a different way to put in the date, an exact date. Then we'll go back to the Home tab. Cell styles, and the one they want us to check is 20% accent 1. 20% accent 1, just to that cell. Next, we're working with equation tools. So click the second sheet, Formula Documentation. Click the tab labeled Insert, and then choose on the far right, choose Symbols, and then choose Equation. Now you have a whole new ribbon that appears. This is the Equation ribbon, and it's the Equation Tools design. And we're going to choose the Fraction button, and then we'll choose the one that's called Stack Fraction button, Stacked Fraction. Click the top part, which is the numerator, and in that one you will type Once you've typed the numerator and the denominator, then you're going to use with the 4 arrows and drag it over to A9 and then click A1. Back to the NA revenue, click File, select Options. From here, select Formulas and choose Manual, so recalculate workbook before